Show you is how you use Adobe Scan. I'm already actually in Adobe Scan, so if you're an iPhone user, this is an iPhone this has been recorded on, you'll need to download Adobe Scan. So at the start of the video I would have shown you an image. You'll download Adobe Scan, you'll sign in with Google, make sure that you connect it to your school account. Then it's going to ask you for your date of birth. You can put in your correct date of birth or not correct date of birth if you want. And when you go to Adobe Scan itself, it's going to ask you, the first time you tap on it, it's going to ask you to allow camera access to it, which you need to do. So again, I've signed in with my Google account, my school Google account, and I've allowed access to it, and I've just filled in my details there. So now when I open Adobe Scan, it allows access to the camera to take a picture, and I'm just going to take a picture here by pressing the center circle. And I have it set up for document, and it just recognizes the text. Now you can actually change, you can see that there's a crop up here that we can change things to. I'm just dragging the corners in just to change it, and I'm going to press continue, and you can see it drop down into the bottom right hand corner, and I'm just going to take a different section of it here and just wait for it to load. Now it's trying to recognize the part of the document, and I'm just going to take a second picture. And by the way, this will work with ever how many pictures you want. And I'm going to continue again. You can take multiple pictures. If you want to adjust the borders and so on, you can see you have options to do that there, so you can play around with that yourself, but I'm not going to play around it just to make the video a bit shorter. And now I have two pictures. You can see looking down in the bottom right hand side, it has two pictures. I'm just going to take two for now, and I'm going to tap in the bottom right hand corner. And now I have three pictures there, and you can see the option comes up, page 1 of 3, and I can scroll through them here. Save PDF is what I'm looking for. So this is creating a PDF. It's creating one file for me here, and what I want to do now, it's saved. Basically what it's doing is saving it to the Adobe Scan app itself, but I want to save it to Google Drive, so I'm going to click on share on the right hand side of the screen. And it's share a copy is what I want to do. Now when share a copy comes up, it's going to ask me what do I actually want to do, and I want to save it to Drive. So you need to have Drive up on this. Click on your St. Pat's email then, and it's going to ask you to select a folder then. So I'm going to just select a folder in my Drive by tapping on it, and I'm just going to pick a folder. Now realistically you should have this folder created before you actually start using the Adobe Scan. I'm just going to select any folder and say save here, and then upload is my option then. So it's save here and then upload. So you put it into your folder, and now that will have saved up into my Google Drive. Okay, so it's really important that we set up our folders first, and then we start saving it then for your iPhone. And basically that's going to be the same each time you do it. So if you think about what we've done, we have Google Drive on our phone, we have Adobe Scan on our phone, we've taken photographs and we've converted that to what's called a PDF, and now you can send it to your teacher. And of course you can log into Schoolwise now on your iPhone, and the video will take you through how you send it up, and I will have set up an assignment where you can upload this PDF, and it's much better, and much better for the teacher in the long term if you use this particular method of sending photographs in when you're asked to do an assignment with some photographs on it. Browser. I'm going to go to a new tab. I'm going to search St. Pat's CS. I'm going to go to the school website. I'm going to click on Schoolwise. I'm going to go staff and student login, the red button, the same way as I would on the computers. And it's going to ask me, well, what account do I want to log in under? Now this is really important. If it's not doing that for you, you will need to download a new browser. Like Firefox is a different browser, which is a good one. And then it'll ask you to put in the details if you haven't signed in, because some of you will have signed in to Google through your personal account, not through your school account. So I'm just going to select this one here, and it'll bring me to my Schoolwise account. Now what I want to check, I'm only in one group, so I'm just going to check on my one group here. Sorry, I clicked on messages. I'm going to select my class groups that I'm in here, because I know I have an assignment in here that I can attach it back up to, and just show you what it looks like when the assignment is attached back up to then. Okay, so here's my class group, and of course you go to whatever class group you want. I'm going to click on assignments to see what assignments I have, and I'm just going to select one of the assignments. Now again, this is specifically for if you are asked to send back in pictures of work. Okay, so it says please turn in my work. This is just test documents. I'm going to click on view on that, and then I'm going to say attach my work, the blue button on the left hand side. Where is my work stored? Well, my work is stored in my Google Drive, and here it is here, homework maths. Scroll down to find attach, and eventually if I had it all attached, now it should only be one, I would just simply click on turn in, and that would be the process. So that's the process from taking it from Google Drive, using your camera and Google Drive to take a PDF, more than one photograph, and then eventually turning it in, and that'll just process there, and that will turn in for me. And of course that's how you add Schoolwise to it as well. Now I'm just going to cancel that just to show you one other thing. On Chrome, how you add a shortcut to your home screen is you click on the three dots and you simply click on the word add to home screen, which is down towards the bottom section of it. I'm going to ask you, well, sure, what do you want to add to your home screen? And Schoolwise, I'm just going to click on that. And you should also do this for your parents to allow them to check your Schoolwise on their phone. You should sign them in on that as well. And you should also add an email address to that, which I'll show you now in a moment. So that has added a one on my home screen. If I scroll back through it, it's going to be on my home screen. Now I just want to show you on the email what you need to do to add an email to that as well. I'm just going to click my email. I think by adding it to the drive, I possibly have added my email anyway. So I'm just going to go in here, and again I'm going to click on this, and I can select what account. It has already added my demo account. When I signed into Google Drive, it signs me into all my Google products. So I can check here, and you can see that there's messages from here. You should also do that on your parents' phone. Okay, that's the end of that.